And so really all we're paying for is for you to live away from home, and we don't have the money for that. And so, honey, I'm just sorry as I can be. It's just a
Right.
horrible, it's a horrible thing to be you. You know, you're going to get your college paid for, but not the one you wanted to go to.
Hello, I'm Jonathan, co founder of Parent Portfolio, a personal finance author and a frugal millionaire. Today, I'm going to react to this Dave Ramsey video about parents struggling to convince their daughter to choose the affordable college over the expensive dream school. But before we dive in, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the updates. So this call is about more than just tuition. It's about family expectations, financial reality, and a teenager learning the true cost of independence. Let's dive in.
Okay, here's the scenario. My daughter, who's going to graduate later on this month from high school, she has the opportunity to attend either one of two universities. University A for 88,000 total, and University B of 208,000. She wants to go, of course, to University B. How do we explain and or convince her that University A is the better option?
Okay. What is she studying?
She wants to study to become either a biology or chemistry major and then pursue a medical degree.
Okay. Um, do either one of these, do you have any actual data that more people get into med school from either one of these universities?
It's about the same.
You have actual data, or that's a guess?
No. We looked at the acceptance rates into medical schools from both of these universities,
Okay.
and they're
So it
about.
does. So her attending the more expensive does not help her get into med school.
It doesn't increase the probability. No,
Okay.
What's her reasoning for going to the more expensive school?
it's away from home.
There it is. There's the underlying issue. So how far away from home is
So
this?
wait a minute. So the first thing I would say to her is, okay, if you're going to be a medical doctor, you have to use critical thinking skills. Okay.
Correct.
And so basically what we're saying is these two schools have the same acceptance rate. And so you are not paying a dime more to go to the for education. Your only reasoning is you want to spend an extra $140,000 or whatever this comes out, over $100,000. You want to spend an extra $100,000 to live away from home.
Good point.
Yeah. And so that's this is not a discussion about education. This is a discussion of am I willing to pay for you to live away from home?
The answer is no.
Yeah, not am I willing to pay for, if you went out on your own and just weren't going to school and you graduated from college, high school, and went and got a job, and went out on your own, I'm not paying for that. That's like your job because you're like being an adult and stuff, right?
Right.
And so if there's another good reason, I mean, we can discuss it. I don't mind asking a series of questions. I assume you're paying for this.
Yes, we are paying for this.
Okay.
How much money do you have saved up?
Well, we have enough saved up for for University A at 88,000, but we do not have enough saved up to go the extra 120,000 to the 208,000.
Yeah. So you can cash flow University A.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The answer to that is yes, but not cash flow University B. There have to be other options there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, there's yet another reason. I don't want you. I don't want you in student loan debt.
Exactly.
Does she have any skin in the game here? It feels like she has no concept of how much money this actually is at 18.
Initially, I thought she had the concept, but recently, after our discussion, I don't think she does because she insists on wanting to go to University B, and it's like, well, we can't afford it. And it's like, that just caused a shutdown in the conversation.
Okay. Well, we can't afford it, but also I think we just need to talk through the reasoning of what's going on here. Okay.
Right. Right.
I love you and I want what's best for you. I don't want you in debt because it's not best
Right.
for you. B, I want you to be able to live your dream. I'm not trying to tell you to not live your dream in terms of going to med school, but there's no difference between these two on going to med school. And and so really all we're paying for is for you to live away from home, and we don't have the money for that. And so, honey, I'm just sorry as I can be. It's just a
Right.
horrible. It's a horrible thing to be you. You know, you're going to get your college paid for, but not the one you wanted to go to.
So, this situation is so common. A high school senior gets accepted into multiple colleges, and instead of looking at the data, they focus on the emotional side. This school feels better, or in this case, this school is further from home. The problem is the price tag. University A costs $88,000 total, which the parents can pay for in cash. However, University B costs over $208,000 and the parents simply don't have the money. What I love about this call is how it exposes the tension between dreams and dollars. The daughter thinks that the more expensive school will give her freedom, but in reality, the acceptance rate into med school are the same. Spending $120,000 more doesn't buy her a better education, it just buys her distance from her parents. Dave is right to call this out directly. If the results are the same, why pay more? Why saddle yourself or your family with massive debt just so you can live away from home? That's not a financial decision, it's a emotional one. And when emotions drive money choices, people usually regret it. Where I'd add nuance is how the parents handled the conversation. Dave is blunt, and sometimes kids need that. But an 18-year-old might just hear no and just shut down. I think parents also need to slow down and explain what that extra $120,000 really means in terms of sacrifice. Loss of retirement savings, years of extra work, or even delaying their own dreams. The daughter may not grasp the number now, but tying it to real life impact can help drive the point home. So, what should parents do in this situation? Let me give you a few steps. First, make the numbers real. Don't just say school A is cheaper. Show her exactly what $120,000 looks like over time. Show her how long it would take to save that money or what else the family could do with it. When big numbers get tied to real life, they stop being abstract. Second, set clear financial boundaries. Parents aren't obligated to finance every dream, especially if it puts their own financial stability at risk. It's okay to say, we will pay for University A in full, but we won't go into debt for University B. If you want to go there, you'll have to cover the difference. That gives her agency, but also teaches responsibility. Third, emphasize the end goal. The dream isn't the undergraduate school, it's becoming a doctor. If both schools have the same med school acceptance rate, then the smart play is choosing the one that doesn't bury you in debt. I've seen people who've chased the dream of school and then they couldn't afford grad school later. You don't want to burn out financially before the real journey begins. Fourth, talk about independence outside of money. The daughter wants freedom, which is normal at 18. Parents can validate that desire, but also explain that freedom doesn't have to cost $120,000. Independence comes from managing money wisely, not just moving it around. Maybe she can live on campus for a year, or take an internship out of state later, but in a way that's financially stable. And finally, teach her to have skin in the game. At 18, it's easy to dismiss money because you're not the one earning it. If she had to pay even a portion of that extra $120,000, I guarantee she'd think differently. Parents can make her responsible for books, housing, or part of the tuition to help her appreciate the real cost. At the end of the day, this isn't just a decision about college. It's a lesson about money and maturity. Saying no to $120,000 in extra costs isn't punishment, it's protection. Sometimes the best gift parents can give is not debt freedom, but financial wisdom. So if you found this video helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our updates. And now let me know in the comments below, would you ever pay over $200,000 for a degree if the cheaper option gave you the same outcome? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you next time.